Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Lisa, and I love everything colorful makeup, especially indie brands. And I want to let you guys know, I found something by accident. I wasn't really looking for it. I was going through my collection, and I found a dupe. Okay, it's smaller, okay? It's smaller. It's about the quarter of a size of the Jolie Beauty Ozzy Osbourne palette. I hope you saw my Music Inside the Makeup for August. I found a dupe for this palette, and you're never going to guess who it is from. But before I show you, I want to, just in case you haven't seen this palette yet, this is what she is giving. The Ozzy Osbourne palette from Jolie Beauty. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Beautiful formula. This was the first time that I have ever tried anything from Jolie Beauty, and their formula is really, really beautiful. Multi-chromes are beautiful. Duos, mattes, satins. Chef's kiss. Okay, here's what she's giving. Keep that in mind, but I'll show side by side. Couldn't believe. ColourPop. The new moon here. Here is what she is giving. Okay, I'm going to show you the side by side. Yes, it is much, much smaller because there are 28 shades in this palette. But, okay, tell me that this isn't a dupe for it. Yes, it's much smaller in size, right? This was $66 US. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of compare some of these similar shades. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so I have my coffee. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love coffee, and I can drink it all day long. So I have my coffee here. So grab yours, sit back, and just enjoy the video, hopefully. You know what? We could do a look together using both of these palettes. I'm going to swatch the similar colors, the similar shades from the ColourPop. Clearly not the same formulas, okay? Jolie Beauty's formula is absolutely beautiful. I do love ColourPop's formula as well. So we're going to swatch this, and then I'm going to go into the Jolie Beauty and kind of pick out these similar shades. So let's do that. We have Mood Control, which is like this really pretty gold. It's a very light gold. So this one is called Mood Control from ColourPop. Rock Royalty. Definitely more of a brighter gold, but we have this yellow satiny, which is definitely nothing like it, right? So this is more of a champagne gold in the ColourPop. This is Rock Royalty, so it's definitely different, but still put that satin yellow. So I'll do Jolie Beauty on this side and ColourPop on this side. So definitely, of course, like I said, the ColourPop is more of a light champagne kind of gold, right? You know, you could use these, piggyback these two palettes and, you know, use them together. So let's see, let's go to the next shimmer. This is Adrenaline, and this is this is one of the pressed glitters here, right here. So pretty. This is more like orange and bronzy. Still really, really pretty though. And I can feel the grittiness because of the pressed glitter. If you do like pressed glitter kind of, you know, that kind of formula, ColourPop is the one, you know, to use, to go for sure. And in the Jolie Beauty palette, I am going to say this shimmer here is going to be fairly similar. This one, and maybe even this one. and this is much more of a coral kind of base to her, coral orangey base. And this is more copper, and it's definitely brighter, right? But, so this has got the more gold, and then this is like that coppery orange. Just for shits and giggles, why not? And this is a multi-chrome. She's very, very bright, and I'm just gonna put it all along down here. Actually, sorry, it's a duo. And that was coming from the Jolie Beauty, and this one, I say this is more of this, of similar, right? Going into the Color Pop, the next one, this is Wolfpack, another pressed glitter. See, I don't like when just not care about pressed glitter. Beautiful shade though. This one, and it's called Rain. Let's go here. And on camera, it comes off so much, it comes off differently. But in person, it has like this gold bronze. But on camera, it's coming off differently. And I'm going to show you which one this is. So in the pan, this is the one here. And this one, that's the one. That is, what did I say, Wolfpack. There's also this one here called Soulless Monster. And I'm curious, because this is, I haven't swatched this out. I'm doing this with you. I just looked at it and looked at this palette and went, huh, cool. So the undertones together, swatching this is the first time I'm doing it. I'm doing it with you. I'm finding out with you as we swatch these. Rain. And this one's more, a little more chunkier too. So really not the same color, but on the skin. But when you're looking in the pan, those two are kind of similar. And except for Soulless Monster in Color Pop is darker. And then Wolfpack isn't the same, for sure. It's not the same. So on the skin, they don't look the same. But in the pans, except for like brightness, they kind of do. So now that I'm going all over the place on my arm. So I think this is more of a satin shimmer. And this is Atlas. This was the Jolie Beauty. And then this is Alice from Color Pop. More yellow, and then this is more of a, it's more golden yellow, and this is more of a brighter yellow satin shimmer. Face Punch. That is more alike from the Jolie Beauty. This one matches much better. And you can tell I haven't done this yet because this is all over the place. I'm going to take this last orange one in the Color Pop. And then this one is Trade Secrets. And it's brighter. Better formula, right? In the Jolie Beauty while I'm looking here. And this is Undercover. So much more sparkle and brighter. Like you could use the Color Pop New Moon and piggyback off of the Jolie Beauty, Or if you were on a low budget, you know, you couldn't get the Jolie Beauty right now, you certainly could use, you know, get this palette. And yeah, it's got a quarter of the shades, but they're very similar. And then this last one, this last satin in here, this red, which is Bloodsucker. Which this metallic red in Jolie Beauty is one of my, ooh, I'm knocking things down, is one of my favorite shades in here. It is this one right here, Mr. Crowley. Y'all, the metallic is metallicing, okay? It is, it is so sparkly, metallic, in your face, beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God. So gorgeous. So this one is definitely more on the orange red side, and this is red. I think, like, seriously, I feel like if you could not grab this one, could grab this, and it's a dupe. In my opinion, it really is. It's just a smaller dupe for for the Jolie Beauty Ozzy Osbourne palette. And then we're gonna swatch some of the similar mattes and see what the undertones are for with the ColourPop versus the Jolie Beauty. Okay, here we go. So this side is, I swatched out all of the Jolie Beauty mattes, and this is the ColourPop mattes. So by taking these away, okay, and I had just added this one just to kind of compare the undertone to see the similarity. These two are more similar for sure. This you can barely on my skin tone. This is more, this is a smidge darker. And this you definitely can tell is like a chocolatey kind of brown. And this one is more of a deeper, darker brown. These two oranges on my skin tone are almost, literally, even on camera and in person, are almost identical. This is like a plum kind of purple. The only like purpley shade in here is Down to Earth, which is this one. And you can tell that it's definitely much lighter. This is just more of a dark, plummy, almost black kind of purple. These two reds, this one from Jolie Beauty is, I'd say, a little bit lighter red, and this is more of a deeper brick red. And then, of course, here's the two blacks, one in Jolie Beauty, here ColourPop. The one in Jolie Beauty is a little more richer, but they're both very pigmented. Both of these formulas blend beautifully and are very pigmented. The one thing that I am noticing with the Jolie Beauty palette as I continue to use it is the reds are very, now that it's been exposed to the air and I've used it, had my fingers in it, my brush, whatever, for whatever reason, the four reds that are in here, very, very dry. Very dry. And I'm not sure why. Please do let me know in the comments. Maybe it's because the oils from, you know, my skin, from my fingers, on top of maybe red pigment, it just, when exposed to the air and whatnot, it just after time kind of gets drier. Please do let me know, because I'm not sure about that. So the Jolie Beauty and the ColourPop mattes. And again, like, not too bad. Not too bad, right? With that, let's do a look with the ColourPop on this eye and a look with the Jolie Beauty on this eye and see the differences with that. Okay, so I just lined my lips with the Unearthly lip liner in Cursed. The Unearthly liquid lipstick. This was part of the, I still have the packaging up here, and it came with 5 of them. And they're very cool toned colors, nudes, and this one is my favorite one. Beautiful formula, love. So I took the really light colored one. Yeah, and then I'm gonna put gloss over it, and I think I'm gonna use I have these little mini Huda faux filler, which you can see it's contaminated from different glosses that this is the clear one, and when I'm done, I'll probably put that over it. I'm gonna keep this on my arm just for reference. My lids are already primed with my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre. Sure there is no creasing. And in the ColourPop palette, and I'm gonna start with You're Sorta Beautiful, which is this here in the crease. My real fluffy brush from Singe. This is the EO3. And I'm gonna take You're Sorta Beautiful, and we're gonna do this side with the ColourPop. And I'm going to just put this all in my crease here and blend it as well with this brush. Back and forth. I think I'm gonna go in one more time. It's been a while since been a couple of weeks since I've actually created anything, to be honest. Really struggled with my anxiety and depression. So, been just trying to, you know, take some me time and gather my thoughts back up and, you know, do some other things, some creating. In my bedroom, there is one corner that I want to put like some crystals and a spot where I can burn my incense and just, you know, when I need to, you know. I used to have one years ago, just kind of like this meditation zen kind of corner, you know. A lot of kick up with the ColourPop palette, just to let you know. I'm gonna take a pencil brush, my Unearthly pencil brush. I am going to take, and this is October, November, December. If you know, you know. In the outer corner, and in the crease, and just placing the color right now. I'm not worried about blending this at all yet. Just building this color in the crease, literally in my socket here. And of course, having hooded eyes, this hood, the older I get, the worse it's going to get, I'm sure. You can just only see my lid just a little bit. So obviously you want to make sure you're painting, you know, you're creating on your hood, you know, but it's the way that I do it, which I've shown many times, is that color in the socket, if your eyes are like mine, where that you've got that definition, and then you can blend that color that's in the socket in your crease there into that next color, so that it, in my opinion, looks seamless. Do you know what I mean? And because this plummy color is so dark, I feel like once blended out, I think it'll look pretty blended out into that brown. And I'm kind of just doing a little blending with this. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it does. If you tap, 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 tap. And then I'm gonna V this up further and down on the corner edge of my lid here. And I am bringing this in my inner corner, like where the swoop is. And now I'm gonna V it just slightly. I'm not gonna do a huge wing. Flat brush from Singe, it is the 07. And I'm gonna go into October, November, December and pull that on my lower lash line. I'm gonna put this in my waterline. They're my eyeballs. I don't suggest anybody doing this, but I am. I'm gonna take Paper Cut, which is this like burgundy color, this one here. I think I'm going to blend with that. I'm gonna try to, using my CB4 from Cosmic Beauty. Let's see how this works out. Okay. Not bad. So I am gonna go back in again to Paper Cut and kind of blend that out more. I've noticed that my hood on this eye the last year has significantly changed, has gotten worse. On both eyes really, but this one I feel like is more, you can see. My Sigma blender, this is a firm blender, the E42. I think this was from the Heather Austin set. I'm gonna blend with no product. I'm just gonna move my fingers further out on the end of the brush, and the pigment that's already there, just lightly blend these edges into that kind of orangey brown. Like that. And when I do the black, this is gonna be tight on my waterline as well, so you'll be able to see like this purple red or purple burgundy, and then the black. And then I'm gonna put black eyeliner. I thought about using my purple multi-chrome, but I think the black liner is gonna be better. Just right on the edge here and up here. Feather this out, blending it here. Again, I'm not a makeup artist. I just love playing with shadows. I don't want the black to get away from me, so I think I'm gonna go back with my Unearthly pencil into the black. only really want it right here on the outer corner. No, wipe that off. I'm gonna go back in with the purple. October, November, December. I'm gonna take another blender from Singe, the EO8, and I am gonna go into Legacy in the Jolie. On the outer edge here, smoke it out, blend it out. So there's a slight lift. This is dark, kind of gothic, smoky look. I think I'm going to take my Fantasy Cosmetica. Always, always use this. I love this brush for my brow and inner corner highlight. Love. So I'm going to use this champagne gold right here on the brow and on the inner corner. And I really do love this palette from ColourPop. I think they did a really good job with it, the New Moon. And making the inner corner really bright. Right there. And then follow this right up to the swoop. The Singe pencil. Just to mix with the white a little bit too. On top of that, tone it down a little, but also to brighten this up, this inner corner. I guess I should have done that before I did this, but that's okay. It's just gonna mix with that champagne-y gold. Matte shadow handy at all times. I have one in my drawer by NYX, which is the Beetlejuice last year's Halloween collection they did. And that is really nice, pigmented white, and really easy to work with. So I always keep it in my drawer right here. But this white is very nice too from Jolie Beauty. So, and I'm kind of mixing it with the Legacy. Just brightening this inner corner. Okay, now I am going to put black liner, Glimmer Grasp, which I think I'm going to use my Divina, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish this look. Glitter glue on, and I just feel I'm going to tap and spread with my finger first. Look at that. Even though it is a pressed glitter, this is really pretty. If I had to pick a favorite, which this is one of my favorites from ColourPop that they've done. And this one is a multi-chrome. You can see it's shifting. It's just really pretty. Just to get the extra chunkies off it. And then come up here. And I'm gonna put the red satin shimmer like right here. And as you tap this, you can see like the green. It's so pretty. That is Very pretty for a pressed glitter. Really is. Look at that. Gorge. Anything with glycerin. This is from Pixie. And I'm going to come in diagonally here. Say it's just a really bright satin. I don't know if they meant for it to be a metallic, but I don't think so. I think it's just satin in from this angle outward. Just to blend that in like that. Stop it. That is gorge. Now I'm going to take my unearthly pencil and go into that plummy burgundy color here. And just redefine that line in the socket. Go straight into the socket and just blend away. Going straight on. I don't want that color to get away from me and go too far up. Yellow one from Singe. I'm gonna go into the black. I'm only gonna put pigment on the edge of the brush. Blend the edge here into the red. I cannot believe how much noise my stomach is making. If it's not my stomach, it's my air conditioner. Like that. I think that's just beautiful. I'm going to put some mascara on and a lash and be back with this final look. Here's the final look. I think this came out so beautiful. I do have a pretty large wispy lash on, which I really do like. I think it's just really beautiful. And I can't believe I kind of found a dupe. Of course, the Jolie Beauty palette. And this is what she's giving again. Right, y'all? So now that we played with the ColourPop New Moon palette, we're gonna create a look on this eye. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a neutral. You know what? I have not played with the purple, and I think I'm gonna try like a purple red. I need to put some gloss on this liquid lip. So let's go for look number 2 with the Jolie Beauty palette. Okay, so this is a completely different day. Like, it is almost a week later that I am coming back to this video. So the ColourPop look is gone, as you can see. I was thinking about playing with the purples over here. I have played with this whole palette. I have been thoroughly enjoying creating with this palette, I swear. And the looks that I've created with this as well. I don't know. Y'all know, if you've been with me for a minute, I never plan my looks. I just come in swinging and have fun while I'm doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Rephr. Let's see, what is this? It is from the Shoto set, and this is the 00. And I'm thinking about going into changes, putting that in the crease. So kind of like red and purple. Now, I kind of did think about the other look where it was like red and gold. Tap it off, and my lids are primed with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. Having a hot flash, as you can see, I'm getting a little shiny. So I'm gonna tilt my head back here a little bit, and I am gonna go right into my socket. Now, again, if you've been with me, we use hooded eye gals here. I'm going to stay in my socket, and I'm gonna allow it to go up onto my hood a little bit here. I'm not worried about how it looks right now, because we're gonna do all that blending later. I'm just getting the pigment on. Sigma brush, and this is a medium sweeper, but it's the E54. And I'm gonna go into the lighter red, which is called Ozfest. Now again, this, for me, this is the fun of it. Not knowing exactly what you're gonna do, but just having fun with it, right? Having fun with this. I mean, I know a gist of what I wanna do. So I'm gonna take this bright red, and because out here is gonna be deeper, so I'm gonna put this brighter red in the middle towards the front, but I'm gonna stop where I stopped that other red. And I'm gonna go into this red a few times to build it up. Y'all, I have the new Smolder palette from Cosmic Beauty, so hopefully you watch out for that video, so turn your notifications on, and if you're new, hopefully you subscribe, like, comment, say hello. Always love to hear from you. Please do share, because it truly does help out my channel. I have the Smolder palette from Cosmic Beauty, and I also have the new Nomad Cosmetics Salem, Massachusetts palette. And I purchased one of the lipsticks. We're gonna do looks with those palettes, and I'm gonna swatch them out as well. So I dipped into that again. Patting, not swiping, just patting. Because we're gonna go back into the other red with the Refer brush and kind of blend these two together and soften the harsh line. Blending, you know, blending takes time. So I'm gonna go back into changes with my Refer brush that we started with. I'm gonna start out here. And I'm gonna do circles. And right here. Lightly, and I mean lightly, like a tickle, straight on with this brush to blend that out. But I don't want this red to get away from me too much here. Just kind of blending those edges and those two reds together. And then lightly so I went into the white. Okay, now I want to take this and blend the edges out with this white. Which obviously is going to turn it pink. Very pinky, which is fine. Because we're definitely going to use Mr. Crowley, which is that beautiful red metallic. I'm really blending this more so on the inner corner here. Just blending this outer edge. But after this, I'm going to stop because I don't want to blend it out too much and then Okay, I think that is good. And now I'm gonna go into the deeper burgundy kind of color here, and it's called Ultimate Sin. And then I'm gonna, which actually, I think I'm gonna go into this Down to Earth, then Ultimate Sin. And it depends on how it looks. I might go in with this black here, which is Black Rain. Start right here. And I only want to tap this on. And this brush is the 4 from Unearthly Cosmetics. Now, I'm also going to take this purple on my lower lash line as well. And I'm only concentrating this purple on the outside here. I can't tell you how many times I have messed up a look, you know, and it probably was fine, but to me, I'm like, no, I could do better. So, you know, by taking off a look and redoing it, doing it a different way, and I'm patting this, not sweeping, and I'm putting that V, and I am going to take the rougher brush, the 00, and I'm going to go into Blizzard, which is the white, and I'm going to start right here and just slightly, like a tickle, kind of blending this edge out here, being careful not to let it get away from me. And then I'm kind of gonna do this, and I know that I'm gonna put the black there. I just want to soften this line. I like that. I'm gonna use my Fantasy Cosmetica, which is very similar to the Singe Beauty flat brush, but the Singe Beauty is a little smaller and is good for detail work as well. This is the E07, and this one is E03. And I am gonna put the purple. I want to do the purple first, and then I'm going to do Changes, which was the kind of mid-tone red. And then I'm going to take the light red. We're going to see how that, to kind of blend. I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm going to put this, and I do put shadow on my waterline. I don't suggest anybody doing that, but they're my eyeballs, so. And I'm just gonna build this color up very tightly in my waterline and on my lashes so that it connects with this out here. And even though I am gonna put black, oh, I forgot about that. I'm gonna put black. So I might end up putting the black on my waterline and just using the mid-tone red after this to kind of blend. I don't know. I'm gonna take this very, very small smudger from Cosmic Beauty and go into the black. This is gonna go on my waterline. Let me know in the comments, have you been able to grab this palette? Or even do you have the ColourPop New Moon palette? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Because I don't want this black to get away from me. This is very pigmented. And I am going to go right here. connect this, patting it on. Now, do I want to be ballsy and take this bright red Ozfest and bring it down here? Okay, well, I'm gonna do it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's keep it under control. Okay. I did it. Because if you guys know, if you know me, you've been with me for a minute, you know I don't like to come very far down when it comes to the lower lash line. So I'm gonna wipe off the brush and I'm gonna go back in and see if I can blend a little more, but also kind of take away on the brush. I kind of just reinforce with shadow and then liner. The liner kind of like sets the shadow. I don't know. I'm going to take the white because I want this to be a little more stark of white. So I'm going to take a fluffier brush, go back into Blizzard, the white, and just brighten this inner corner. And on the brow. And I'm really debating on putting, which I usually never skip this step, is putting highlight of shimmer here. Right here. Cool. I'm going to use some glitter glue. I forgot a step. I'm going to go back into the black with a small smudger from Sigma. And I want that black to be really stark right here. I'm gonna take Oblivion, which is this metallic, like muted metallic gray here. Setting mist here. And I'm gonna place this right here as just over the black, just a little bit. Much better. Much better. So this is Hall of Fame. Both are multi-chromes. Like, oof. And that one is Scream. I think I'm gonna end up using Scream. Yeah. together here. So there isn't a kind of bringing that gray metallic into Mr. Crowley, that red. Now, I hope I get that effect with Scream on the inner corner. Spray this. And after I do this, fix everything up with the matte shades. Put mascara on and a lash. And this look is going to be complete. I have played with this palette since I got it. Because it is so versatile, straight up glam looks to everyday neutral looks with a pop of color. And now where they have USA Jolie Beauty, don't sleep on this palette. And I'm pretty sure I saw her video on TikTok, the owner of Jolie Beauty, that she was doing another pre-order. So don't sleep on this one, y'all. That's pretty badass, in my opinion. Just saying. Mascara and a lash with liquid liner. Shut the front door. Cut it out right now. Yeah. I am going to do the liner. I think that will tie it in. Mascara and a lash. And I'll be right back with the final look. Okay, here is the finished look. This is quite the dramatic lash. It is from, I always have Kiss lashes. I love Kiss lashes. For my base, in case you're interested, Wet n Wild, and this is in, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and this is in Desert Beige. And I kind of mix that with ColourPop bronzing drops for bronzer. I've really been enjoying the LYS bronzer. It's really good. Now I know what the hype's about. And the blush. The bronzer is in Harmony, the shade Harmony, and the blush is in Focused. For mascara, the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Platinum. I'm using the Unearthly Cosmetics new blushes, well, fairly new blushes, the Incandescent, and this one is in Mystic. For highlighter from Unearthly Cosmetics, this is the Low Light highlighter, and I'm using the gold one here. Super pretty. Powder bronzer, I'm using the Melt Cosmetics bronzers that are like red on me. I'm a bronzy bitch, what can I say? So that is that. And on my lips, Unearthly Cosmetics, the Menacing Metals, the original ones, the OG, and this is in Amber. Super pretty. And on top of that, the Glam Light, I believe this was the Trick or Treat collection here, and it has like orange sparkle in it. So that is what I'm wearing for a base, no lip liner or anything. And I just think that this came out glam, beautiful, and y'all, I'm sorry, but yeah, I found a dupe for the Jolie Beauty Ozzy Osbourne palette. It is the ColourPop New Moon. Now again, in the beginning of this video, I had done a look on this eye with this, which was fairly similar to this one. And I did want to kind of do a purple look, but then, of course, getting into it, you know, the only real purpley kind of color is this one here. So I did incorporate it here, but it turned out to be red and black, pretty much like the other look had come out. And I just think, y'all, don't sleep on this palette. And if you have this one, good on ya, because it is a smaller version, a dupe. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got your coffee and your brushes, and maybe you have one of these two palettes and followed along and created with me. This is one of the reasons why I created my YouTube channel, to not only create a community in the beauty community in this space, but to create with each other and have fun doing it. And it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 50 years old. I am living my best life right now, and I absolutely love colorful makeup, colorful eyeshadow, full beat to just skin tint, don't care, texture, fine lines, the whole nine. Be you, love who you are, and create. So with that, you guys, don't forget, I have the Smolder palette right here and the new Nomad palette as well. So please do check out those upcoming videos. They will be posted probably by the beginning of next week. So with that, again, I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, please do like this video, share, comment, say hi. Do you have one of these two palettes or both? Let me know in the comments. And what do you think about the color stories? And do you agree? Did I find a dupe, a smaller version of the Ozzy Osbourne Jolie Beauty palette? With that, till next time, guys.